Jojo world is the scene. Yeah, yeah. Story shared, living dreams. Oh yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to our first childhood story. Now for this one, I don't know if you will laugh or if you will. Now this is a story you need to have a cup of something. Now in my cup, I have some warm water because I'm in China, and in China, warm water is the go-to drink. So here I am, just having some warm water. Back in those days, the time that I grew up in the 80s, going to the shop was a thing, right? 80s, 90s. Going to the shop was a thing. I'm not sure if it's the same for today's children, but back then it was a thing. Normally, mommy would send my eldest sister, Siobhan, to the shop. But I'm not sure where Siobhan was at that time. Either she went out or maybe she just decided maybe Siobhan always going to the shop. So it's time for Kami, which is my nickname, to also go to the shop. Now, going to the shop, going to church, or going to school was a task. You know why? Because higher up the road, there was a particular house, and there wasn't anything wrong with the design of the house, you know. The problem was, at that house, the guy had about 4 or 6 dogs. Might have been 2. But you know, as a child, when you have such traumatic experiences, it's like the numbers, they double. So for me, it was like he had 6 dogs. Dogs that he had, he fed them on pepper. And if you're from Grenada, you know when people feed their dogs on pepper, it's because they want them to be thirsty. When I say, well, not thirsty, but you want them to be angry. You want them to be at each and every person that passes, because either one, you bring in your dogs to hunt, or 2, you want to keep your place safe because maybe you have neighbors or people around that might come to your place to steal. So you're protecting your place. But for me as a child, and many other people going up the road or having to pass that house to go to school or to the shop, it was a task. I'm talking about children. For my big sister now, she was a boss. Now them dogs, they couldn't contest with her, right? She used to put them in their place. But for me, I was a bit scared. So when mommy said to me, "Can we go to the shop?" the first thing I think about was the dogs. I reminded mommy about the dogs. But mommy had confidence that I was big enough. While on my way to the shop, I didn't even reach the house as yet where the dogs were. But I hear "Rrrr." And that song I'm making cannot even describe the kind of song dogs make when they on pepper. Well, I stopped some feet away from the house, close enough to my house, but in the shade of a big mango tree. And while standing there, I saw a goodly gentleman coming up the road. And of course, from the time he saw me standing there, he knew why I was there, because I couldn't go back home to say to mommy, I'm afraid to pass because of the dogs, because she would give me some beating. And so he was able to accompany me past the dogs. After making my groceries, well, buying whatever I had to buy, maybe 2 pounds of chicken, 1 pound of pigtail, or whatever it may be, I decided, you see me, I'm not going back in the same direction where the dogs are. I know a shortcut. And in those days, most of the shortcut would be the cocoa. So there was a cocoa, and with a lot of mango trees, some cocoa trees, but mostly mango trees. So I decided I can pass through the cocoa, and I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can keep myself safe from the dogs, And I can also do one of my favorite things, pick up some mangoes. Now I take myself and I gone through the cocoa. And when I tell you I step in easy, I step in like a dancing on ice. And I going through and I picking up my mangoes one by one, one by one. But while I was about to bend over to pick up a big, big mango, I hear something going. Well, I turn and I look because it couldn't be those dogs. Because those dogs, they were about 6 kilometers away from where I was. So I couldn't leave the mango there. I put the mango in my bag and I put up my head again. And this time, what did I see? I saw those dogs charging at me. Boy, I tell you, I hold my bag tight and I pelt foot through that cocoa. Now, I was always a chubby child. So imagine a chubby little girl running with her bag of mangoes and whatever groceries I had, running through that cocoa to save my life. As fast as I run, these dogs keep on coming. Now, between my house and the cocoa, there was a bank. So what I did to save myself, man, I just throw myself on the ground and I roll over that bank. And there I was, safe and sound in my yard. No, I just have to take some more warm water. Because as I said in the beginning, I don't know if I should laugh or if I should cry when I think about this. So, after hearing my first story, what is your childhood memory concerning dogs? You know, how do you remember yourself growing up with dogs? Do you have a story to share with us? Or maybe not dogs, but you have a story in particular about mangoes or going to the cocoa and you want to share it with us. Feel free. Drop me a note, drop me a comment, and let's share. Don't forget to subscribe and like my channel and invite your friends and family along as well.
Feel the beat ignite your soul, your soul.